Hello, everybody. I hope that you can see me. I'm going to get on my phone just to see if I'm live. It says that I am. If I can go into the group. I hope y'all can see me. It looks like I'm froze. I don't know whether I am or not. For some reason, it's not letting me even into my. Let me see if I can come back here. Not showing that I'm live. Refresh. There we go. If you guys can see me, could you please let me know? In the middle. Is anybody out there that can see me? Hello? Okay, I don't know whether you guys can see me or not. It says that I'm live. So I'm just going to get started. And I've got it recorded. Trying to find my page where I was at so that I can see myself on here. And I'm sorry, guys. This always changes. It's never the same every time I get on here. So I'm sorry for that. But we're getting it. We'll figure it out. Okay. Okay, here we are. Okay, I'm going to switch my camera. And we're going to get started. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. I hope that you guys can see me. Okay. So what I thought we would do today is a fun little thing where it's like silhouetted. And I like to do silhouettes. I don't do them very often. And actually I've just done, maybe a few. But I'm going to get started right away. And I'm going to use some orange. And I'm just using regular cardstock. And these are like I think these are like a 5x7. And I want to do orange and of course yellow. Let's see if I can find me some yellow. I thought I had laid some out. Yeah, it's all over here in this container. Okay, and I got some brown. And yellow. And really, that's sort of the colors I'm planning on using. I might use just a little bit of orange or red. I hope you guys can see me. If you can you please just say, oh yeah, I see one view. I don't know whether that's me or if that's you guys. Uh-oh. Okay. So I'm just going to go for it. I'm recording it, so I will have you guys something to watch anyway after it's over with. So welcome to Tech Tuesday. So on Tech Tuesday, I just try to teach you different techniques, different brushes to use, different, like today I will use a dauber, but I think I'm also going to use like a little, this is called a, and when I figure it out, I'll let you know what kind of brush this is. This is called a mop brush. Duh, it looks like a mop. So yes, this is called a mop brush. This is the only, like I do go into water with the mop brush. So, and a, like my script liner. But sometimes those are the only brushes I go in to water with. Usually I do the floating medium, which is, excellent for the same thing. So again, I keep trying to just check. I just hope that somebody's on here with me. So, okay, so what we're going to do is I am going to use this mop brush. And I've got my paper towels, of course. You know, I'm a firm believer in paper towels. And I'm just going to fold me up a paper towel like this. So you can see what I'm doing here. And I like to leave that lay beside me. And even for this technique, we're going to go into just a tiny little bit of water. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take my finger and I'm going to get the most of that water out of there. I hope you can see what I'm doing. And then I want to fluff this back up real quick. Now, what I'm going to do first is start with like a, let's see. I think I'm going to start with the yellow first. And again, it's going to have, I'm just going to just sort of scruffy that around. Probably should have put something underneath here. And I'm just going to do it so far down. And then right over top of that, let's see, I'm going to get down just a little bit more. I hope you guys can hear me okay. I guess that's why I'd love to see if you could comment just to make for sure that I'm loud enough and that you guys can see me. So if not, then you can hopefully listen to the replay. So now I'm going to go into some orange. And I'm actually going to come right up over here. I'm just going to just try to blend that a little bit. I might pick up just a little tiny bit more of water. And look, I'm just going to, yeah, this is what we need. We just need it to really blend. And we can do that with the water. And I may actually, I really want, I might pick up just a little bit of red in this because I want this to be an orange. Let me try that. I want it to be like the sun, really like lowering. And then I'm maybe going to pick up just a little tiny bit of brown. And I'm going to add that in here too. And that's just really too light. So, or too dark. So, let's see. Just blending it in. I'm going round and round in circles. Just trying to blend all of that in. Come all the way across. Cause it to sort of blend in really well. I might pick up just a little bit more yellow through here. Maybe a streak of orange. Maybe come back here to this brown right here. I really actually want this corner to be a lot darker. So maybe I could do just like a darker orange. Let's try. That's sort of hard to see, quite a ways away from my camera. But you can see that it's starting to blend in. And we just really want it to. We want it to. I wish I would have got a different surface because this wants to stick. Now I'm going to go into the brown down here and a lot of this red actually, and mix it together here. And again, maybe just get just a little bit of water. Now this time I'm not necessarily wiping that out, but here, well, just like this. Down here, I just want it really. I want it sort of jagged because this is going to be some growth here, some. Okay. And I still want some, I still want some of the darker orange. Maybe I can do it with this red and orange. Mix up a darker orange. Still want some. It's more of the brown's what I need. So I just would like to have some. It's not really what I like. I don't like that color. Yellow and the red. See if we can make it darker. Some darker reds and like the sky through here. Maybe yellows up underneath it. I think I like that a little better. Okay. And sort of blend that out. Just making little swipes up through here. Now, I don't want to blend all of this out necessarily up to here, because I want this to be sort of jagged up here. Now, I'm going to get rid of that brush. I just put it in water. Now, I'm going to, and I didn't get me a little bit of white. I may not actually need mine. Let me try something. Because this is a white background, and I know it is, I may just go into a little bit of water. I sort of dab that out, and then right here in the middle, I'm just going to see if I can wipe that out. I'm putting a lot of pressure there. Yeah, that'll work. a lot of pressure. You see what that is? It looks like a moon. I might still do a little bit of white. I'm just going to dab it right here. And right here in the middle, just a little bit of white. There we go. And I think I'm just going to wipe this off right here. And I'm going to come back over here, right over top of that. And I'm going to see if I can lift some of that up now. I mean, I want it white, but I want it pretty thin too. Okay. Okay, so I hope you all can see what I'm doing so far. Now, I'm going to take I like to use this is a small flat. So far I've used a mop brush, which is one of these, and I've used a pouncer, and now I'm going to use a small flat. When I say flat, let me show you. See how I'm way away from my camera, I know that. But it is a flat surface, and that'll be like chisel edged when I am ready for it. So what I'm going to do is I always dampen those to begin with, and I'll wipe the excess water out. So I'm going to take this brown, and sometimes you can use a burnt sienna, which is a reddish brown, and I'm just going to pick up some red with this. But I'm going to draw me, I'm going to just put some reeds like here. I still don't like how that needs to be a little fluffier down here. Here, I'm just going to use this sponge, and I'm going to pick up some brown. And look what I do. I'm just going to pounce it some to make it uneven right here. I just want it to look like it could be like growth and stuff. So I'm just going to really pounce that good all the way across. Don't like how that's doing either. I'm going to use this, or use one like it. Here, I've got a little pouncer here. I don't like how that brush is doing it. I'm going to do that, just a little bit of red. Maybe even pick up some more orange. And pounce and pounce and pounce them. I'm just mixing that in over here, getting that good and loaded. And then I'm just going to pounce it on there. All over, because I just want it to look like it's all gross. It's brush. Even way up in here, I think. So, okay. I'm just going to set that aside. Actually, I need to wash those. Now I still have my flat brush loaded, and I've picked up red and orange. Now I'm just gonna start like laying in some reeds. And sometimes I like to put just a little tip on that. Pressing on that, I put in a little bit of pressure, and then I'm just standing it up. And of course, I'm just doing them One back here. Then some at an angle. Some at an angle. You come right in on top of one another. Over top of each other. Maybe even a fine line every once in a while. This is just that's a flat chisel edge. Let me show you. I've got that sharp chisel edge, and I'm just putting some reeds up to here, some grass. When I do that, it's pushing that, hopefully it's pushing that moon quite a ways out. But now what I'm going to do is I'll do one more right here. Maybe some other, like just a little growth right through here. All the way to the bottom. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. Now, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my script liner, and you can do this with chalk or you could do it with the script liner. I'm just going to do it with the script liner, and I'm going to go straight in. Again, that needs water. Anytime you use a script liner, it's always good to use some water. I'm going to go straight into the brown. I still have this flat because I'm not done with it yet. But I'm just actually going to go right here. And, well, I'm going to do something else real quick. I want some of these really, just like to really, like lean over. Really lean over here. Especially one right here. Maybe one right there. Okay. And I know I got this, I still got this in my hand. But I'm going to do some little, like I'm just gonna make some almost like little leaves through here. And all I'm doing on that is I'm just putting pressure. Let me see if you can see what I'm doing. I'm just putting pressure on this brush. I'm pushing it down, and then I'm pulling it, and as I do, I'm raising it up. Pressure, pulling it up, raising it up. Okay? But what I want to do is I'm just going to do like it almost looks like a U. This is just with solid brown. And then underneath it, I'm just going to make those little leaves I was just telling you about. Where they look like little bells. Little flowers. I really want them real solid though. I don't want anything to, may have to do that again. But I want one right, like right, where do I want it? Where do I want it? Over here to the side. Like that. And we can just put in as many or as few as we want. Again, it's supposed to be, to where it's one more right here. Okay. And maybe just a few more leaves. I don't usually ever put leaves right on the stems. I usually always just like put them over to the side. Now, I hope y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm going to take this color again. And now, right here, just a second. Right here, I'm going to create a little bird. I'm just drawing him on. Just drawing him on there. Maybe this little, right here. Let's see, I'm going to just put one more ring. Okay. I hope y'all can see what I'm doing. I was going to need him just maybe a little bit fatter. Maybe you can see that. Don't look like a bird yet, but looky here. Then I'm going to make this as tiny as I can. I'm going to just draw a straight line. And I'm going to fill all this in. Because again, he's silhouetted. He's silhouetted, so we just want all this. Actually, this should probably be a little bit long. And actually just do a little wing down here too. Maybe I can see that. It's supposed to be like a little hummingbird. I almost wished I didn't put this wing right here. I think it looked better with the one. And his head needs to be a little bit bigger. Okay. Maybe his little beak needs to be just a little bit bigger and a little bit pointier. So, what I like to do now, maybe just take some more of this. I may just use this. I'm just going to mix all of this color together. I'm just randomly going to put some little, I don't like that. I don't like the script liner for that. So let me get this little flat back out again. So I'm just going to mix some of this up. Every color. Yellow, orange, and red. Look here, I'm just gonna sort of pat through there, just where there's just some lingering clouds. It's not quite dark yet, but it's starting to get there. like that red in it too. And so maybe even like right here across this moon. Um, like through here where the sun was, or where the moon is shining. Get some little bit of white. Oops, a lot of bit of white. I'm cleaning this brush. I'm just going to pick up some white, some yellow, and some orange. I'm really making it a light color, but right through here, I'm just going to pat some of that in to make it look like this. The moon is shining all into this. Actually, even I'm just going to buff that out some. I just wanted just a little bit of light and reflection there. I might go right up underneath here too. Just a little bit, just because that's where the moon is shining. Maybe just even, that's not good. Not like that. Hold on just a second. Clean this up just a little bit. Yeah, I'm just going to put the slightest little bit. Yeah, I don't like all that. Just mixing me up a color, and I don't want it so bright it just overwhelms. I'm just trying to maybe just do the slightest little bit of just a little halo, a little glow around here. So, okay, let me see if you. So I hope you guys. You can do this on canvas. You could do this on cards. You know, any kind of surface you want to. Just going to do some more right through here. I just don't like that. I think it needs some light or something. It needs some more brown. I hope you guys can hear me. I know I'm not talking out loud. I'm not for sure how far my speaker is from where I'm at either. So okay. So what we done? So what we done is we just did a cardstock. And what you could do too, like the back of your envelope. I know I'm already over my time. I'm going to just lay that to the side. And on the back of your envelope, you could do something if you wanted to. I'm actually not going to. I'm just going to leave that card as it is. But I mean, you could have actually done one of those little flowers or something. Yeah, I'll just do one. Remember what it looked like? It looks like a little cap. And then it comes down. Into the leaves. And look here, I'm going to get that sharp chisel edge. I'm just going to put maybe just a few more little things right here. So that way you have like a little thing on the back as well. So anyway, that way you have a card and an envelope. And of course, these are empty on the inside. So you could actually write whatever you wanted to write in there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. And you can do any kind of, you could just do the background like this and put any kind of scene. You could do palm trees. You could use this kind of background, and this could be like, like a black almost, like maybe water with a little bit of, with the moon, you could put just a little bit of like shimmer here, but then you could put like a big black palm tree. So just to give you some ideas as to how to do the silhouettes. Deer. I mean, deer are very popular. And you could actually draw you a deer on here or paint you a deer. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you.